Hello traders, welcome back to day 3 of our daily bias series. Today, as we can see, we've had a down day. Yesterday I did mention that regardless of what's going to happen, I'm going to be anticipating price to actually go down. So if the rate announcement took price up, I would have expected price to go down. Now, why did I say I wanted to see price continue going down? And the answer will be watch the daily bias video on the channel, right? I actually explained why I was expecting price to continue going down. Basically, looking at the daily time frame, since our last close was on the daily to the downside, right? That's why I expected price to continue going down. And this is what we had. Now today, I actually had a live session in my Discord, and we talked about how to get into a trade on the euro. Now at the time, the session was done at 1:15, so we were doing the session somewhere here. So the entry that we could have got, and we did not trade today because it was the rate announcement plus the FOMC. We don't trade during that time, but we basically studied why price should continue going down and where potential entry should be taken. And we talked about selling this imbalance in here, or this fair value gap, and expecting price to go down. Now I will actually show you the recording. I'm not going to play the recording, but I'm just going to show you what we were doing at the time. So as you can see, this is the recording that we had. So we were actually looking at where potentially we could have got in, and then expected price to continue going down. So based on what I was seeing, we were looking at and I'm going to go back to the chart. We were looking at this imbalance in here, and then we broke it down into the lower time frame on the 15 minutes, and this was the imbalance we wanted to sell short. So it's either we selling short in here, or we selling short on the upper one, right? And obviously price moved away from the first one. Okay, and when the news came, I was not surprised that it pulled back and then it's now going down again, because the high time frame is calling for lower prices. So that's basically what we did with the bias that I've been trying to communicate to you guys over the course of the last 4 days. Now, if you go on to the H4, okay, why I expected price to continue going down for the rest of the day, it's because by 6 a.m. by 10 a.m. in the morning, this candle here is a H4 candle, right? And by 10 a.m. we were below the previous day's low. So this is the previous day's low, and by 10 a.m. we were below it. So the H4 had closed below the previous day's low. Hence price by default is going to continue going down. That's why we were looking at this candle, which the imbalance was within this big down candle. We looked at the imbalance to basically take a sell to continue going down. And then when the news came out, that same price action here is the same thing that happened within this. Now obviously in our camp, we do take our time to study these candles. So if we miss any trade, these candles can serve as a potential re-entry for a continuation to where we are expecting price to go to. So I'm going to show you over here. That was a trade. okay, and we are expecting price to continue to 098000 level. All right, so pretty much that's how you're gonna use your daily bias and continue selling until price actually gives you something else. Now, what should actually happen tomorrow? Well, since we've closed bearish, right, on the H4 and on the daily, we want to expect price to continue going down, right? So anything coming back up in terms of pullback is subject to continue going down until they close above this level here. So until price closes above today's high, you're gonna still remain bearish. Anything coming up, find an entry and sell it. Now this is today's low. Okay, go back to the daily time frame. That's today's high, that's today's low. On the H4, it looks like that. So tomorrow, what we want to see is another big down candle like this to close below this low. And once we get that, we're going to expect price to continue going down. As soon as you see price go below this low and reject, like over here, then we're going to come back up in some form of a retracement. But if we close below like we did over here, then you're going to expect price to continue going down. All right, so tomorrow, this is your level and that's your level. If they close above this high, you're bullish, but it's likely not going to happen. If it does, great, we're going to buy it. But if it doesn't, obviously we are looking at continuation to the downside. So to give you a hint, this is a gap that I'll be interested in if they do come back up. It's unlikely for it to do that, but if it does, that'll be a nice level to anticipate price rejecting. Also, since we've gone down aggressively below these up candles here, I use a technique that I'm gonna share with you guys. This candle's low right there, right here. Okay, that's also a level to anticipate something to form, even though they've hit it during the daily, during the H4 time frame. On the daily time frame, is still yet to be retested, so that level is going to be influential. So this will be my two levels that if price straight to it based on time, right, price and time. So time first and then the price. If they do come there, let's say London session, I'll anticipate price rejecting to continue going down to attack this low. And if they do come here in London session, I'll expect price to reject and come back down and attack this low. So hopefully you've learned something. Till then, I'll see you guys on day 4. Peace.